Today I've got a bunch of LEGO Sonic sets, and I'll be building, upgrading, and designing my own as Dr. Eggman desperately tries to defeat Sonic. Let's get started. The first set is Kiki, which goes for about $1.50 on Bricklink. The set comes with this little monkey badnik who has posable arms, legs, tail, and a little container to place a flicky inside. It's quaint, but nothing special. LEGO has made many more badniks over the years. The cheapest one goes for about 66 cents if you want to count Qbot, or $1.19 if you don't. But my favorite is this Motobug from the Sonic Ideas set. A crisp $20 can get you Sonic's Campfire Clash, featuring a set-exclusive Angry Sonic variant. The set comes with the flagship play feature, the Speed Sphere Launcher toy, which is meant to recreate his Spin Dash ability. Smashing down on the yellow element shoots Sonic across Green Hill Zone faster than the speed of sound. I goofed off for a bit, having him smash through all of Eggman's toys, and put Tails in an orange sphere to race them down the hallway.
Too easy!
The set also comes with a gun hunter. Weirdly, he has a spot to place a flicky, despite not being designed by Eggman. Micro complaints aside, the build is fine, but we can do better. He just needs to be a bit bulkier and more posable. Here's what I cooked up. I'm really pleased with how it turned out. Let's make sure Sonic can still knock him down with a spin dash. This video was Brickstoic by Firebird Bricks and TD Bricks, so go check them out in the description. And while you're down there, you should subscribe if you want more LEGO Sonic content. Anyway, another $20 set in the lineup is Shadow's Lab Escape. Tossing it together, the main play feature is breaking Shadow out of his containment and activating the security measures. Not to fear, he has a motorcycle to make a quick getaway, so long as he can smash through the badnik blocking his way. I love this set. It's probably the best bang for your buck in the line. Let's add the gun hunter that we just built to keep guard. Here's a retired Sonic set that's going for about $30. The only thing it comes with that we care about is the Tornado, Tails' biplane. I'm happy with this build. It's sizable and even has a spot for Sonic to stand on. That seems unsafe though. You could get hit by a bird doing that, or an inferior metal copy. But we all know I'm gonna upgrade it. I started with a body of red bricks and began building it out, adding stabilizers in the back, 2 wings, and a propeller. I also modified the cockpit so Tails can sit nice and neat, with his tails element still attached because the original made him feel too tall, you know, with his unbendable legs and all. For a final touch, I'll place Sonic on top of the wing. Uh-oh, Eggman has spotted our heroes and is sending badniks to put a stop to their fun. I'll build some funky turtle badniks that are riding larger turtle badniks. Badnikception. Though a small one turned out cute, but we need a larger one for him to cruise on. I attached 2 front arms and rockets to a yellow underbelly section. The shell is built from green brackets and bright green tiles. Finally, I'll add a head and build a second identical badnik. I grabbed a base of black tiles and placed some fluffy cloud plates throughout it. Next, I put together some larger cloud builds to recreate the sky. After adding the tornado and badniks, I'm done. This turned out great. I especially love the turtleoids. Realistically, LEGO would slap an $80 price tag on this thing, if not more, which is kinda depressing, but well, this is the nature of the hobby. The tornado made quick work of Eggman's reinforcements though, so let's move on. Speaking of overpriced, LEGO just released 2 new sets. The first one is $44.99 and comes with a sick Eggman mech that's equipped with a claw arm and stud shooter to kill Sonic and his friends. It also has this catapult for flinging rocks, Knuckles, or Eggman himself. Pretty sure the mech is based on the Egg Crusher from Sonic Prime, just shrunk down and with a different color palette. We can pit it against the Knuckles mech from a few years back, and they can duke it out. Hey, Knuckles came out on top, no surprises there. In a fit of rage, Dr. Eggman went back to the drawing board to take down Sonic. He's going a different route this time though, the route of Glimmer. I grabbed the Thanos gauntlet and all the gold pieces it comes with and built the Golden Egg, a concept by yours truly. It's a take on the Egg Crusher, but I gave it a really cool gold and black color scheme, a tried and true palette. Just look at Shard. I also added twin stud shooter attachments, and this thing looks awesome. Regrettably, this made the mech much too heavy to operate, so sorry Eggman, the idea just didn't have legs. Just look at Shard. Across these 3 sets, LEGO's danced around making an Emerald Shrine set. We got the closest with this $35 set, but it's missing a key component. I'll give you one guess on what that is. But hey, at least they gave Knuckles a lava lamp. Anyway, I need to design the ultimate Knuckles temple so he can take down Eggman's army. I grabbed a black base and placed 4 sets of stone stairs to lead up to the emerald. To get some fun shaping, I'm alternating between 1x2 bricks and cylinder elements. This allows you to curve the wall back and get some fun shaping. I filled the empty space with some terrain and placed a few plants for a final touch, and also the Master Emerald. I'm adding Amy and Knuckles since they appeared in this set. This looks great, and they can enjoy drinks while catching a sunset. Oh, well, looks like Mecha Sonic snuck through the back door, and he's going super. We need to call on Sonic for help, but he's gotta go fast to get here in time. He needs an RV. Said no one ever. Well, Lego said it and gave us the Team Sonic command truck for $69.99. Nice. Despite their best efforts to make it canon, I still think this is a very silly concept. However, in terms of execution, this is an excellent set, and the building process was entertaining at least. It comes with 2 iconic badniks, Sonic, Tails, and Metal Sonic. It opens to reveal a pretty fun interior and has some exclusive tiles that are so sick. Tails is gonna need more than this dinky 4-wheeler, so I snagged a different $30 set to give him more firepower. This is the Cyclone. Introduced in Sonic Adventure 2, it allows you to stomp around the battlefield. If you play as Team Dark, you're met with the Egg Walker, piloted by guess who? Pretty sure this is Lego's attempt at recreating the Egg Walker, but sorry, I can't even use this dead meme template in good faith. These are not the same picture. So I designed my own. I'm using Mixel ball joints for the legs, gave it some swivel guns for extra firepower. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out, but I still feel like Sonic is gonna make quick work of this. For just $10 more than the RV, you can get this LEGO Idea set that recreates Green Hill Zone in a more 2D fashion. It has plenty of fun features like a working spring, rings to grab, power-ups to jump on, and 2 badniks to smash. It also has this nightmare fuel. Yeah, real cool Lego. Thanks for releasing the more tolerable Dr. Eggman later on. But also, despite having his egg pod that he rocks during the first boss fight, there's no wrecking ball in sight, and nowhere near enough space for Sonic to spin dash him into the next zone. So I went ahead and expanded the length of the build. I placed 2 small platforms for Sonic to jump on and added a wrecking ball attachment. A simple but effective upgrade. It's very long now. I wonder how much Lego would charge for this. Thankfully, this set comes with all the Chaos Emeralds, so Sonic can go super and take down Mecha Sonic. Sonic is still in his super form, but doesn't have anything to smash, so next I'll build Perfect Chaos from Sonic Adventure. First, I grabbed a base and began placing 1x2 transparent bricks to recreate the water. The flood has caused the city to shift, so I'm leaving gaps in the water to slot in a couple of buildings. I built 2 water tendrils using half-cylinder elements and Mixel ball joints, then topping it off with a blue cockpit element. I spent some time adjusting them before placing both down, and then got to work on the main body. Really, I just spent a few hours placing a random assortment of translucent parts, and it turned out pretty good. Finally, we get to add Super Sonic and some white waves spewing around him, and the build is done. Okay, so Brickstoic already fell on this sword for me in his own video, but I'm a glutton for punishment, and this was very difficult. Given that, I'm happy with how it turned out. As always, Super Sonic made quick work of it. He is super after all. But there's one Eggman mech that has managed to deal damage to his super form, the Egg Salamander from Sonic Rush. The huge cannon arms are the focus of the mech. I used hinge plates for the main portion and various slope elements to shape the side. To finish up the arm, I placed round plates with a black cone to represent the cannon. I repeated the whole process a second time, so now I've got 2 hand cannons. And then I built some simple white arm attachments to connect it to the body. Flipping it around, I added 2 rocket thrusters and propulsors to help stabilize it. I added some red armor builds to house the cockpit, which is built using Brickhead's bricks in a desperate attempt to fit Dr. Eggman inside. Love their interpretation of him, but it's a very inconvenient size. For a final touch, I added a tail, completing the mech. This boss fight features Blaze and Sonic, so I gave both of them some power elements and posed them charging towards the Egg Salamander. Lego has yet to make an official Blaze minifigure, so I'm using a knockoff that gets the job done well. Speaking of the Egg Salamander, what is with Eggman's naming conventions? It looks nothing like a salamander. This is almost as bad as the Egg Viper. Ah well, the final build turned out cool. I worked really hard on this one. It's probably the second most difficult boss I've ever made, right behind the Egg Viper, so I'm happy with how it turned out. Comment down below what Sonic games I should build next. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Keep on inspiring. Bye!